My racing began as a junior, as obviously most kids did. My dad used to ride XC and road, and of course as kids we always wanted to join him, and when we were old enough he used to take us on weekends, kind of after he'd done his training ride. We'd go play around the forest, and next thing we knew we were racing, doing the local series, and then again before we knew it we're doing the nationals and getting pretty serious, but having a great time traveling as a family all over the country in South Africa. And started excelling as a junior, went to world champs, and after the first time I went to world champs in Spain as a junior, I kind of just knew that I wanted to do this, well, hopefully for a living, or at least get to a pretty decent level, and the rest is history. And this will be my 13th year overseas as a pro. So time's gone pretty fast, but I wouldn't change anything.
Andrew and I raced all our childhood career, really.
I was so lucky to have a brother to ride with and race with and travel with, so yeah, ever since I can remember we were riding bikes together. We started at the same time.
We just raced Norbers, World Cups, kind of racing at home. It was always against each other, but always pushing each other and helping each other, so it's kind of been good and a learning curve.
But it never felt like we were racing against each other. I actually don't even remember competing against him, and it was always just racing with him.
I'd always help Andrew back home when he didn't have his personal mechanic with him, so kind of always worked on each other's bikes and helped each other with that kind of thing.
It's the last couple of years, whenever I was home in the off-season, he would just kind of push me out the way because he was going to do a better job of it, so he always helped with my bikes in the off-season.
I've always kind of been into wrenching and mechanicking and kind of the way the bike works.
This past off-season, when I knew I was going to probably change teams, I just had this idea that to get him out there again on the circuit to travel with me, I want to get him on my bike. So I asked him if he wanted to do it, and he seemed really eager to help me.
Racing and riding myself, I think it's kind of easier, not easier to work on the bikes, but you kind of know what the rider wants, and you can walk a track with the guy and kind of help him with lines and bike setup and relate to what he's feeling on the track, which I think is good. He maybe play against you when you kind of want to be riding yourself, but it's all good. We're old enough now to relate to each other and help each other along, and I think this year's going to be great with me on his bike and him racing it and being able to travel together. We haven't traveled together in 12 years, so pretty exciting actually.
So that was the thing, so finding this new team at Polygon UR was like a perfect fit, that I could bring Jonty, all his years of racing World Cups. He's an amazing rider. It's kind of the reason I'm still doing it, is because in the off-season I get to ride with him and train with him and sort of be competitive with him, but also if he does something I know I can do it, and vice versa. So I think it's a perfect fit at my age. You know, traveling is tough, being away from home. And I'm really appreciative to have him on board, not just to work on the bikes, just to have him alongside me for the ride, you know. The future for me and my brother, if we don't kill each other, then we should go out there and get some good results and win some things, hopefully.